Greetings and salutations, and welcome to Reading Between the Lines. I am your host, the Water Dog, and today I get to preview a brand new card from the New Blood Hakata set, which takes me to my sponsor, Black Chantry Productions. That's right, the producer of Vampire: The Eternal Struggle. And gang, don't forget that on May 31st, we're going to get a New Blood lasombra and a New Blood Hakata available in stores for you. You can check out more information at www.blackchantry.com. Tell them the Water Dog sent you. All right, man, I am super pumped because I get to preview a brand new card. It's the first time I get to do that on this channel. And so I'm just excited to be working with Black Chantry Productions and be able to give you this information. And so let's do it to it, man. Let's first talk about Hakata, because Hakata is a V5 clan. It's one of the newer clans that comes out in V5, and really what it is, it's a combination of three clans. It's a combination of Giovanni, Harbingers, and Sabbat. And you take those three clans and you combine them together and you get Hakata. Now the number one discipline for those old three clans is necromancy, okay? And so what Oblivion is Oblivion is now the replacement for necromancy. For all practical intents and purposes, it's our new necromancy, and so that's what we're going to be working with when we work with Oblivion. Now, if you haven't gotten the Hakata starter, oh man, get it. It's a lot of fun. And one of the things you're going to notice is that it's allied driven, okay? A lot of allies, and so you're going to be able to put a bunch of allies on the field, specifically wraiths and zombies, because we're talking, old necromancy. So we're talking Oblivion now. So it's wraiths and zombies that you're going to be putting out into the field, and you get to have a lot of fun with that. So that takes us to our card, and here we go. All right, our new card is Paths in Two Worlds. Now this is an Oblivion action modifier card, so let's have a look, brother. Only usable as an action to recruit or employ a wraith or zombie is announced. At the inferior, you get +1 stealth, even if stealth is not yet needed. And then at the superior, as above, and if the action is successful, this vampire can burn 1 blood to unlock after action resolution. Okay, let's break this down, man. Now, the ability to unlock so that you can multi-act is very, very big, especially when you're trying to win and look, the game is really about getting as many actions as you can possibly get, okay? The more actions you can get off, the more success you're gonna have. It's one of the reasons why if you've got more minions, you get more actions, okay? But if you can have a vampire that can multi-act, well, man, that's just icing on the cake, man, okay? And so unlocking has been around for a while, okay? We can go back to, Freak Drive, for example, with the old Fortitude card, okay? You can go to Forced March, okay, which is a Celerity Fortitude card, which gives you an unlock. How about Instantaneous Transformation, which is a Solarian Protean card, which allows you to unlock, okay? But our particular card, okay, the Paths in Two Worlds, is really going to be based around two old cards from that necromancy and Thanatosis disciplines that come from those old clans, particularly Giovanni and Samedi, right? So those cards were like Shroud Mastery, okay? Shroud Mastery was a necromancy card, and if you remember looking at that, at the inferior necromancy, only usable by a ready vampire other than the acting wraith. The acting wraith gets +1 stealth, so at the inferior, you can have your wraith go off and do an action, and you can have a vampire give it some stealth to get that action through, okay? At the superior, only usable as an action to recruit or employ a wraith is announced. Unlock this vampire after action resolution if this action is successful. So if you recruit, you get to unlock, okay? Then that takes us then to Hag's Wrinkles, okay? Which is a Thanatosis Obfuscate card, only usable during equip action. At Obfuscate, you get +2 stealth. At the inferior, you can unlock the vampire after action resolution if the action is successful. And then at the superior, as above, but with +1 stealth. And so our card is really going to be a combination of Shroud Mastery and Hag's Wrinkles to get us to all of our good stuff that we're going to be doing, okay? So, Paths in Two Worlds. It's going to be a fun card because Hakata is loaded with allies, man. We've got lots of allies. So let's have a look at those allies, all right? Now, the first 3 allies you get is going to come in that Hakata starter. And the first one we're going to look at is that Spectral Servitor, okay? It's an ally. It takes an Oblivion in order to get it out, right? It's going to cost you 1 blood off of your vampire. It's a Wraith with 1 life, 1 strength, 1 bleed. Now, at the inferior Oblivion, this ally can perform actions this turn that it is recruited. Unlock this vampire if that is their first successful recruit ally action this turn. This ally can play non-action cards requiring Oblivion as a vampire, and during your unlock phase, burn this ally. At the superior, it's an as above, but during your unlock phase, you can burn 1 pool instead of burning the ally. So, the first action you take is going to be, when it comes to recruiting these, is if you've got a Spectral Servitude in hand, he's the first guy you want to get out. Get him out because you want to do that so you can get the free unlock, okay? And then move on down the line. And as we move on down the line, well, now we get an Aggressive Corpse, which takes a Hakata to put into play. Costs you 2 blood. He's a zombie with 3 life, 2 strength, 0 blood. And this ally can enter combat with a minion as a D action. This ally cannot be the target of directed actions requiring Dominate or Presence. In combat, strikes made by this ally cannot be dodged. This ally cannot gain life. Man, I love this one. It's such a good ally, man. Number 1 is that it's really hard to steal him. Okay? So you can't go out and do an entrancement on him. Okay? The other thing is that in combat, okay, the opponent can't strike a dodge, okay? So the only way to really get away from the action is, your opponent's going to have a strike combat ends, okay? Or they're going to have to be able to put some distance between themselves and the Aggressive Corpse, okay? And so you go Spectral Servitude, you go Aggressive Corpse, and then guess what? Now we got a Screamer, okay? Takes a Hakata to get it into play. 1 pool, Wraith with 1 life, 1 strength, 1 bleed. You can burn this ally to give a minion controlled by your predator or prey -1 stealth. You can burn this ally as an action directed at an ally you control is announced to have it fail. Now, just a good way to do some protection, a good way to do some, to get an action through, and then of course it's got a plus, it's got a bleed. It's got a bleed of 1, so it's really, really good. So you put that in combination with Aggressive Corpse and Servitude, you're rocking and rolling. Now, to add, some fun to that, they've already announced this card. This card's already been spoiled. We know we're going to get a new ally already, right? And that's the Bone Shambler, right? And so the Bone Shambler is an ally that requires Hakata and Oblivion. It's going to cost you a blood. Zombie with 1 life, 1 strength, 1 bleed. At the inferior, this ally cannot have or use equipment or retainers. During a bleed action, you can lock another copy of this ally you control to give the ally +1 bleed. At the superior, as above, and during a bleed action, a Hakata you control can burn a blood to give this ally +1 bleed. And so you can start sending your Shamblers through, and then you can then start pumping the bleed if the bleed looks like it's going to be successful. It's just a lot of fun. Okay? Now we get to throw in our card. So, what we're looking at, man, is we're looking at the ability to really multi-act and put in a lot of, of these allies that are going to be in there, okay? Just be able to multi-act and do a whole lot with it. So, let's have a look at this. Let's see what a typical turn for you could possibly look like, all right? So let's start with this. All right, let's get kick-started. Let's say that the first vampire we've got into play is Mora the Death Seer. She's a 7 capacity Hakata, okay? She's got an inferior animalism, but now she's got superior aspects, she's got superior fortitude, and she's got superior oblivion, okay? 7 capacity, that's the number that we're really concentrating on. Now, first action she's going to take, if she's got it in hand, is she's going to want to get out her Spectral Servitor, okay? Because we're going to get the free unlock with that. It's going to cost us 1 blood. We put it into play, okay? And then we're going to unlock, okay? Now, it doesn't matter which one of the other allies that we have, okay? We can use any one of those allies and put them into play. But let's just say we're going to go with the Aggressive Corpse next, okay? We go to Aggressive Corpse, all right? We take the action, put it into play. It's going to cost us 2 more blood. We go now from 6 to 4 capacity. we use then the paths and 2 worlds to unlock. We're now at 3 capacity, okay? Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get out Screamer, okay? We're gonna take the action to put Screamer. Screamer's gonna cost us a pull, not a blood, okay? And then we'll use paths in the 2 worlds. We're gonna unlock, we're down to 2 capacity, okay? We're at 2, all right? And then we then take the action to get out a Bone Shambler if it falls into place for us, okay? That takes us down to 1, and we've got 4 allies in play in 1 turn. In 1 turn, we now have the ability to get 4 allies in play in 1 turn. That's pretty darn good, man. That's pretty good. Oh man, that's really good. Now let's talk about a card that they've already previewed for you, which is PsychoVasia, okay? Which is an action card for your Hakata, okay? Now, if you're playing with a lot of allies, of course, at some point, you're probably gonna have your Aggressive Corpse or your Servitude. They're gonna be in, your Ash Heap, right? So, here's what you can do. You can take that PsychoVasia and you can take a +1 Stealth Hunt action. Okay, you can then remove an ally. Now, not just in your Ash Heap, but in any Methuselah's Ash Heap from the game to gain 3 blood or to gain 2 blood and unlock. Okay? Unlock, and then guess what, man? Let's have fun. All right? Let's take an action and let's get out a Carlton. Let's take an action and let's get out an Ocean. Why not? And don't forget that the Seer has superior fortitude. You know what that means? You can also freak drive. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and ponder the possibilities. It's so good. So good, man. If you're playing this, it's just gonna be fun, and especially if you can get the actions off, man, because if you can get the actions off, man, you're just gonna have a lot of allies that can do a lot of different things. And so this is really going to be a fun ally deck to play. Okay, I just think it's going to be a hoot to play, and getting this new action modifier to help us out, it's just going to put, it's just icing on the cake, man. Icing on the cake. Paths in 2 worlds. It's going to be a lot of fun to play. I'm looking forward to seeing this, this New Blood Hakata. 54 card set, man. It's going to arrive May 31st. Oh, this is going to be good, man. Hey, I want to thank Black Chantry for giving me the opportunity to give you this preview, and I want to thank you for watching, man. I am the waterdog. Y'all take care. Hey, man, thanks for watching Reading Between the Lines. If you'll do me the kind favor, if you look right there. You see that little circle? That says subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for me. I appreciate it. Underneath that, that's a playlist. So if you want to watch more videos, hit the playlist. It's not complicated. It's real simple. Subscribe. Playlist. Subscribe. Playlist.